My name is Devin Hopkins, and today I'm going to be talking about how a person's behavior is affected by their environment. I believe the environmental effects of a person's actions are because of how the world feels, how someone else reflected, and how a person's motivation could be good or bad. You might mirror your world in so many ways that you may feel good or pessimistic. There's a lot of people, for instance, who claim it's a dreary day or who think that it's a dreamy day, so that if it's a bright day, they feel happier and do more. It is commonly acknowledged that the atmosphere and ecosystem of an individual can have a great impact on the person's behavior. Both environmental variables are factors like illumination, noise, and temperature. With regards to this notion, I always wonder why. Unless I'm totally quiet, the whole house is clean and candleful. And I wear comfortable clothing, and I could never concentrate or research in my own house. Yeah. It's not going yeah. Okay. So firstly, people have a high need for protection and security in their community and are looking for these qualities. We often seek physical relaxation such as proper temperature setting. We also look at socially relaxed environment. For example, settings that are familiar but provide the right level of stimulation to start off. I believe that a person's behavior is reflected by the environment because of how the environment feels. For instance, say that you have a positive mood, but the environment has a different mood that will bring your mood down just because of their environment, or just something doesn't feel right. From my research, the results of several research studies reveal that rooms with bright lights, both natural and artificial, can improve health outcomes such as depression, agitation, and sleep. An environment can affect a person's behavior because of how the environment is. Second, a person's behavior could be affected by the environment because how someone reflects on someone else. Say that a person has something you really like. The first thing you will do is find where you can get the same thing from just because you like it. As a result, everyone in the world like new and high-tech things. So which means when someone else has it, that means that the other person has to have it. The world will affect the behavior and willingness of people to act. For an extra hospital, Dignity Hallway invites staff to leave another thing into the hall, which lists a clean corridor and proper storage. Staff to take time to remove it. To sum it all, everyone is going to be a trendsetter because when someone else sees what they like, they want to find it and get it. Lastly, I believe that a person's behavior could be affected by the environment because you could lose or gain motivation. When I say you can lose or gain motivation, you truly could, because the environment might not be the right place for that person, so they will lose motivation until they move to a different environment that could help them gain motivations. Some may disagree with my position because some people think that they can maneuver in their environment, but in reality, they just don't want to change for the better. To close out this paragraph, I believe that an environment could affect the person's behavior depending on the environment. I believe that a person's environment is reflected by the environment because of the way the environment feels, how a person reflects on someone else, and how it could have a positive or negative effect on a person's motivation. The main points was that in an environment, a person's behavior could be affected in many ways. I believe that a person's behavior is reflected by their environment because of the way the environment feels, how a person reflects on someone else, and how it can have a positive or negative on that person's motivation. And if you want to have a good environment, you should think about the things that can make you happy to be in a happy environment.